Now, Sports Talk with Broads. Here's Hunter Brody.
Oh, man, you gotta be kidding me. David Robertson blows it in the ninth. The double started it off. Rhys Hoskins pisses me off at first base. When you look at the manager, you bring in someone like Sosa because of a defensive replacement. Now, how does this correlate to what's happening at first base? Maybe, just maybe, you get him off the damn diamond, you put Alec Boehm at first base, and you plug in Sosa at third. Now, maybe Rob Thompson was thinking Alec Boehm did make some plays, grounding the ball, ground balls towards third base and made some nice throws, so let's keep him in there. But you know what? I mean, you got to have forward thinking here to know that Rhys Hoskins is a butcher. To be fair, Rhys Hoskins, yo, dude, this is Major League Baseball, bro. I mean, you got to make the play. It's a basic, simple ground ball that cannot go into the outfield the way that it did. It's embarrassing. It can't happen. And it loses games. That's what it does. It loses games. So, that's why you're in the predicament that you are. But I also hated Kyle Gibson. Kyle Gibson gets rocked in the third inning. Kyle Gibson, as soon as the Phillies tied it up, a great at-bat by Bryson Stott in the fourth, battles, puts one down the left field line, a blooper, scores a run, ties the game. Awesome. And to give Rob credit, well, why isn't Sosa in the lineup? Oh, he's going with Stott. How come he's flip-flopping between these two? Well, Sosa delivered the 2 times he got his number called, and then Bryson Stott had a handful of hits and a big-time RBI to tie the game when they were down a few runs. So from that side of things, Rob answered, or the team responded and answered what Rob put out there on the lineup card. But as soon as you climb back, here's Joey Wendell hitting a homer. Come on, Kyle. He sucked. And this is why guys like David Robertson are looking fatigued. This is why you have to rely on a Connor Brogdon changeup in the previous game to close out. As much as I am angry with David, because I think he's better than this, when Kyle Gibson gives you 1.2 his last start and 4 earned runs in 5 innings in this start, and Thor sucks, and Ranger sucks, and all these players are getting heavily utilized, you break down. That's what happens. You get tired. They still won the series, but they should have swept. And now you look at the Brewers. I'm still not fully afraid by any means, but they pissed one away. They did. Hopefully this rushes Sir Anthony back because we desperately need him. And I'm saying that in a way where he could actually come back. I don't want someone back who isn't capable and is too hurt. I don't want to force someone with an injury to return. But I think at this rate, they know. It's time to get your ass out on the mound. We got a Zach Wheeler update. He was throwing from 90. Now they're pushing it back to 120. And maybe we'll see him without any sort of stint, any sort of rehab assignment. He gets thrown right into the fire. They've done that before. To be fair, did he look as smooth as we wanted him to the last time this happened in the beginning of the year when there was no spring training? I'll answer that question for you. No. But I'm watching Bryce Harper strike out 3 more times. Kyle Schwarber goes 0 for 4. And I don't want to hear about the ball he put in play that they just dropped out in the outfield. All right, that's the type of plays the Marlins make. Yet I'm watching Rhys do it over at first, and it makes me sick. Now, the Phillies pounced on it. Good. But still, come on. It's not stopping Nick Maton. Sandy Alcantara, sorry. I mean, I'm sure we all go through this. Alcantara's up there, and the Phillies have had their number when he's up there. Not that they've blown them out. They might have to grind it, win 2-1, win with 3 runs scored, but they've been doing it. It doesn't stop Nick Maton. And when he gets a hold of one, holy hell, does he get a hold of one. I mean, this guy crushes the baseball when he barrels it up. He's doing it against one of the best pitchers in the National League. So how come he can do it? How come Boehm can smack one to left field, which I couldn't believe it didn't carry over the wall, but he gets a double. Later in the game, he ended up hitting a triple, too. Say what you will about the ball rolling behind defenders and all, but hey, once again, we take those. Just like we take an RBI ground out from JT Realmuto before Bryson Stott's little dinky, let me poke at it on the outside part of the plate and put it in play to the left side. I love his at-bats. I love his approach for sure. That's why I want him in there more. Rob has an interesting way of doing things. I wanted Bryce to take a day off, but when you saw his numbers against Sandy, you kind of have to rock with it. Maybe I could pull them up for you guys because I saw the lineup and I'm like, come on, man. I think the dude needs a day. Granted, he is a player that you kind of give that longer leash to and say, work yourself out of it. But right now, it's a whole nother level of ugly. All right, let's see Bryson Stott on this list. Or, sorry, not Bryson Stott. Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's number against Sandy, 30 at-bats, 10 hits, 4 doubles, hitting 333. Here's the slash line, 333, 450, 567 with over a 1 OPS. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty damn good. 8 walks, 6 RBI, a homer. So, sure, okay. But at this point, you could see it, man. He just kind of looks defeated. He looks beaten up out there. So, yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to Rob Thompson, you bring in a Sosa if you're Dave Dombrowski for defensive replacement scenarios. You know that whether Alec Boehm had good times or not good times in that game, we know. We've seen enough of a sample size that bad things can happen. We also know that bad things can happen over at first. I don't necessarily know if Alec Boehm's a good first baseman, but I do know if you have thoughts and concerns about first and third, and you can somehow clear up one of them automatically, because Sosa is a no-brainer. Sosa is a hell of a defender. He's going to make the play for you. So if you can eliminate one of those question marks, slot Boehm over to first base, put someone over at third like Sosa, who could play the hot corner and stick it with that glove, don't you do that? Isn't that why the acquisition was made so late in games? You feel better about your defense all around the diamond? So come on, Robert, can I do that? Let's be honest. The last 2 weeks or so, and he wasn't going to bat 1,000. And it felt like Rob Thompson was batting 1,000 for a long period of time. He's starting to have a couple swing and misses along the way, which I guess is to be expected. I guess it makes some sense. But at the same time, you know, I think that some of these are kind of obvious, right? Kind of obvious. You handle business against Washington and we keep moving along. You know, that's just the nature of the beat. I'm mad about this game in particular, about certain details of the game. I also know that they won the series, but it doesn't feel good. Like, there's a reason why there's not a lot of fans there. And I'm starting to believe that we're just out of baseball town. I think Jimmy Rollins was right back in the day about this fan base. But it is what it is. There's also an element here where, sure, they are winning games, but it hasn't been pretty. It hasn't been a fun watch. It's been a grind of a watch. There were sequences throughout the schedule where we all got on board throughout the summer. But now it's like, okay, yeah, they won the series, but there's something along the way throughout that process that makes it more painful. That makes it harder to grab on. Now, I'm not letting go. I'm talking more about the fan base in total here. You know, I'm talking about everybody. Why the casual fans? Why the maybe a little bit above casual fans? You know, I'm all in. They could win 6 games out of 162, and I'm sitting there watching whatever garbage pitchers on the mound to see if I can enjoy a slider, you know, to see if I can see a swing and miss on a sinker. I don't know. Or they put a sinker in play, maybe I should say, to just celebrate a nice double play ball to the shortstop with some veteran pitcher who blows, right? I mean, that's the way I am. But how come they claim 17,000 people are there? Really, it smells like 6 people are there. 6,000 people are there. Well, I think it's because of losses like this. Now, should you be able to see the bigger picture to have more people in the ballpark? Probably. And I'm sorry to keep harping on that because it does seem over the last month that naturally becomes a part of the conversation. But it's hard to just pretend you're watching the game and you don't recognize it. dressed like a seat night at CBP. I don't want to hear about the ticket price. At this point, you can get a ticket for $5. Come on. No one's going to the games. So it ain't about ticket prices. It's a lot more involved. All right. Let's just hear from you, I guess. We'll do a little reactionary stuff, just hear from the people a little bit. I know we're all eagled up, and I understand that. So tomorrow, Saturday morning, I'm going to be doing a Eagles Lions little pregame podcast. So if you want to get your thoughts in on that, you can call in the Anytime Hotline at 856-442-9805. But I'll let a few people kind of express their feelings on what the hell happened last night. Here we go.
You know, a lot of people can debate this loss. They can say, oh, David Robertson, I blame you. Rhys Hoskins, I blame you. It's fair. But I honestly blame Kyle Gibson. You got to have a better start than that. We were expecting, if he gives us a quality start, but he lets kind of preserves the bullpen. He gave up 4 runs. Hell, if he gave up, if he went 7 forward runs, that's still like significantly better than the 5 innings that he gives us with making the bullpen work before. So yeah, technically, if David Robertson would have given up that run, if Rhys would have made that error, it would have been different. But I think Kyle Gibson is like the main factor in tonight's loss.
Okay, so you're going Kyle Gibson. I think it's a collective effort, really. I mean, David Robertson is banged up a bit, or not banged up, but just fatigued, and he allowed the man on base to even provide that horrible error to make it bad. No. Let's hit the reset button. Bang, bang, reset. David Robertson allowed a base runner on before that Rhys Hoskins error. So Rhys Hoskins had a hand in this. David Robertson had a hand in this. Kyle Gibson had a hand in this. Bryce Harper had a hand in this. If Bryce Harper wasn't striking out 3 times, and let's say he gave you a home run or he gave you a hit or a double and roped one in that 4th inning, maybe you're up a couple more runs, right? I mean, let's not just act as if this offense doesn't get a hand in the cookie jar blame. I need more from Schwarber. I need more from Bryce Harper. I need more from Bryce Harper. I do. And if he's not healthy enough to play, then we can't just keep trotting him out there. That's reality. I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care how big of a star he is. I love Bryce. We all love Bryce. But if you're giving me 3 strikeouts a night because you get hit with the pitch and you have surgery, you're not healthy enough. And this version of Bryce Harper, if this is who he is right now, then it's unacceptable. We have to put someone else in there. Even if it is a back-end bench guy. Even if it is a Nick Maton dude. Who, whenever he gets his number called, he's playing that Scott Kingery type of role. And, man, is he taking it for a ride. What position you need me, coach? I got it. Need me left? Need me right? Need me anywhere? Infield? I got it. It's pretty remarkable. And seriously, there's something to be said about that swing. It's beautiful when he gets a rope. When he ropes one. He gets a hold of one. He ropes it to right field. It's a moonshot. Waiting for it to come down. But I need more from the offense. Gene, Ofer, JT, RBI ground out. But Ofer. So that's just as much. And by the way, those 2 innings you're talking about, oh my Lord, is that something different? It's a monstrous difference. Two extra innings if he could have did that. Now, is Kyle Gibson a 7 innings pitch type of dude? No. I just don't like the way he gave the lead right back. I would have been more satisfied with 6. If you could have gave me 6 and 3, which is a quality start, feels a lot different. All right, we'll do another one.
Hey, Bros. Malcolm in Georgia. That was a very disappointing game that the Phillies gave us tonight. I mean, the Marlins were practically handing us over a win against their number 1 starter. And for us to come up like that is ridiculous. I don't know, what Hoskins was thinking. The way he played that ball, it was like he was trying to get it and throw it over to third base and get the runner at third. Just play the ball, get the out. Let's move on. And then also, I'm disappointed also in the way Bryce Harper is looking. I understand about his hand and everything, But, my MVP, I need my MVP to show up in the times when it matters.
I like the fact that you said that. I feel the same exact way. We'll end it here, right? Because we are being a little strong on Bryce. I don't even think I need to bring that up because I always say this. He's not above criticism. But, I guess that's a middle ground here, right? We need him to step up. We recognize everything. We see all the context. All of it can be true. We're aware of the injury. I don't think that this is him without. If he's healthy, then we don't see this, right? I think there's a correlation. My point is, if he is still in pain and hurting, I can't have him powering through if he's a 3 strikeout per night type of player. Even if that means the alternative is a lesser talent. Because right now, that lesser talent might be able to give you more than 3 Ks a night. That's all. We expect more from him, but it's more of, can you tolerate through this? And if the answer is no, I don't need you out there. Healthy, there's no questions asked. It's a 300 hitter. Home runs, RBI. I'd shake up the lineup, though. I would. I'd shake up the top. Rhys, Kyle. You gotta try and internally spark something. We said this before with Joe to Rob. Well, if it's this poor, something's got to give. You got to try. It's desperation, but you got to do it. Now, this team isn't in full-on desperation mode, but I think they have some sort of desperation to get something going from Schwarbs and Rhys and whatnot. Do you want to go Stott up top? Move Schwarber to the middle of the lineup? See, the problem is here. I want Bryce batting third. I'm not putting 2 lefties together, 3 and 4, with Bryce and then Schwarber. With the 3-batter rule, bringing in a lefty. So that means it would have to be, and is Schwarber batting 5th okay with everyone? Maybe the answer is yes. It would have to be 3, 4, 5, Bryce, JT, Schwarber. So it would be something like Stott. You could maybe keep Rhys in there or put Gene in there. But Stott, somebody, Bryce, JT, Schwarber. If you were to do it, would I be all right with that? Yeah, I think I would. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Got Eagles football on Sunday. How about that? Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.